there's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey, there's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw, there's no one that can match me.
My name is Naseem the Dream. I'm a 15-year-old amateur boxer, giving my views and opinions on everything boxing related. I'm here to give you guys consistent, reliable, unbiased commentary. Boxing is my passion, slaying trolls is my hobby. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Edgar Berlanga is a disgrace to boxing because the shown that short I showed earlier, he tried to bite Roamero Alexis Angulo's ear in the 8th round after getting extremely frustrated because he most likely knew that he was losing that fight. And they robbed Angulo, in my personal opinion. I thought that Edgar Berlanga at best won 4 rounds. If you want to be nice, I thought he won 3 rounds. They had a 99 to 91. Absolutely ridiculous. We know the corrupt scorecards, though. The same with Steve Rolls' fight. I thought that Steve Rolls was actually outboxing Edgar Berlanga for the majority of that fight. But, Edgar Berlanga, man, this dude is a disgrace. I'm sorry. He's a disgrace to New York. I'm from New York. I love New York City, and I'm disgusted to call this man a New York native. He's supposed to be repping New York City, yet he continues to get exposed in the last 3 of his fights. As soon as his knockout streak ended, look what happens. He gets exposed, all right? The Caesar's fight, he got dropped. He was getting outboxed. The Steve Rolls fight, he was getting outboxed. This fight, he was getting outboxed and getting hurt by the much older fighter, Alexis Angulo, all right? Steve Rolls was like 37 in that fight, too. This is just looking bad for Edgar Berlanga, Let's be honest, to break down the fight, he won the first 3 rounds. I would give that to Edgar Berlanga. He was using his jab, going down to the body pretty well, and the 1, 2, 3, moving off his back foot. But as soon as the 4th round started to come, oh my God, man, it's just like the wall came crashing down. This dude started to crumble. He gassed out, all right? Angulo was trying to come forward with the uppercut, land uppercut at will against Edgar Berlanga with a straight right hand. Hurt Edgar Berlanga multiple times throughout that fight. Going down to the body pretty well. Even though the pace was slow, it was clear that Angulo was outlanding Edgar Berlanga because Edgar Berlanga was only throwing jabs. And towards the later round, Edgar Berlanga started to throw some combinations, but even then, a lot of those combinations were getting blocked by Angulo. Angulo, like I said, was hurting him and dropping him back into the ropes. And even the jabs that Edgar Berlanga was throwing was just weak, man. Edgar Berlanga was gassing out. He was like laboring like an old man. It's not a good look for Edgar Berlanga, man. Like, he lasted 3 rounds and it just started to get beat down by the physicality of Angulo. He showed a lack of basic boxing skills, in my personal opinion, because his jab, he could have used it in different ways. He could have threw it, at different angles, throw it down to the body, beat down the body of the older fighter who was 30 years old and came in overweight at 169 pounds in the weigh-in, all right? That's something that Edgar Berlanga could have done. Use angles if you can't hit him, all right? Use your jab, like stick your jab out and hit him with the straight right hand. Feint with your jab. Do different things in the ring instead of just trying to, boom off the back foot and try to land combinations. That's obviously not going to work if a fighter was coming forward. I thought that Angulo was going to lose this fight, but still give a good effort. But, my back of my mind, I was like, I can't trust Edgar Berlanga. And that was proven to be right because Edgar Berlanga, I don't want to say it, but this dude, he's kind of a bum, man. Like, this dude shows a lack of boxing skills, a lack of just anything in the ring. And he continues to get exposed by these C-level fighters who are not B-level contenders, A-level fighters, man. These are C-level fighters that the fighters are supposed to be beating. He's having a hard time dealing with and is arguably losing to these fighters. That being said, though, Edgar Berlanga, if he fights David Benavidez, he will get slaughtered. I'm sorry. David Benavidez will end his career. The amount of punches that David Benavidez throws against Edgar Berlanga, considering the fact that Edgar Berlanga has no defense, it's gonna be man. It hurts me to even imagine it because Edgar Berlanga would be getting hit with the uppercut, the straight right hand, the left hook, body shots. He was just getting be battered across the ring, and you ultimately get brutally knocked out, or the ref have to stop the fight. Edgar Berlanga, this needs to go back to the basic training camp. He needs to learn how to use his jab more effectively, impose his will on his fighters, and use his footwork more effectively. Get better stamina. Just learn everything back in the sport of boxing, man. Like, this dude look like an amateur in the ring. And like I said, I'm ashamed to call this dude a New York native. And this is horrible due to the fact that this is supposed to be Puerto Rican Day weekend. And he just embarrassed his home people. All the people was coming to represent him for putting on a horrible performance. And then trying to bite his opponent's ear. Just absolutely shameful from Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga, man. This dude was starting to become a Ryan Garcia of his division, just fighting bum after bum. And then we're starting to wonder if he's really that good when he keeps getting exposed by these C-level fighters. That being said, though, I'm disgusted by Edgar Berlanga, and I keep saying it, but this dude, he's not a good fighter, man. He's a C-level fighter at best. And I think that if he keeps fighting these C-level fighters, eventually he's going to find the wrong one and eventually going to knock him out. That being said, though, Edgar Berlanga is arguably the biggest hype job in the sport of boxing, but this does not seem the dream. Rocking these heads, and they say to sleep. I'll hot y'all with another one. Peace.